Hello, future VOD listeners. Welcome back to another stream. I know it's been a little bit now. Well, I say a little bit. It's only been 2 days, to be honest. Well, actually, by this point, it's usually like the work days are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday anyway. But I haven't actually worked today. But I won't talk about work today, as I'm about to just post her into the chat. Don't really want to talk about it right now. But as I said in the pinned tweet as well, though, or pinned tweet, in the pinned chat message, I'll probably talk about it at the weekend. Just right now, like, I'm extremely tired. I'm sleep deprived, and I hopefully will get some good rest tonight. Hey, Justin, man, how's it going? But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream, future VOD listeners, whilst I get everything set up. Is Genshin doing that thing again? It is. Genshin is doing that thing. What's hip-hop happening? What is happening today is I am sleep deprived, and we'll be continuing Genshin's story today. Just gonna check that's good, and that's perfect, right. It is fun, yeah. But you know what? At least I'll sleep well tonight, like. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right, so the last day when we were doing the story, we were in, I think, like an opera theater or something like that, like a court thing. No, in a magic show. And two of Arlecchino's kids are being framed for whatchamacallit, on purposely kidnapping and thing, like. Yeah, it was being performed in the opera house in the game. But first, let me go. So I have some resin. I might actually use that first before anything else. Oh, yeah. Let's see, how far... Oh, you're exactly 220 hours as well. So you have an hour and 25... Well, 1.25 hours to catch up on. Unless Agent joins, then he's going to keep pushing it forward, like... Oh, jeez, I got 6, bro. I almost leveled up there. Oh yeah, this is not the yoke as well, it's this yoke. Where it leads us to yoke. Sorry, my brain literally can't think of much words right now. I don't think there's any expeditions, are there? No. You know, it's kind of funny that I'm Arlecchino here, and like, her kids literally just live like not too far away, like. Shit, I might have to use up some of the resonant stuffs first, just before we get into the story. I've actually been going around the map in my free time as well, just to kind of, like, just make sure, so like, you see here, I could just teleport straight to there, and I don't have to faff around teleporting to the closest thing just to get to it, like. Even though I should go to some of the older areas, because that's usually easier, like, to be honest. So yeah, for a while it's going to be 3D models until all the milestone goals are done for them. And plus I just have not made another 2D model variant. No, not fap around, probably. FAF.
Let me see you first.
Lol, it's just... I don't even realize I'm talking about that. Gee, they are rinsing some of my characters. So if I make one, that's 40. So I need to use at least 2 of these. I'll just go into another zone, to be honest. I'm not staying in Fontaine and doing this. Let me go. I mean, if it's 1 each, I'll just go do this one here, because that's the closest, like. Oh, there. Literally, like, right there, like. Just do that, so it's a bit farther away from the yoke.
Overruled.
Nope. Well, There we go. Yeah, no, sorry. I am, like, really tired, so apologies if there's, like, not as much commentary in this stream as there usually is in other streams.
Solidify.
And plus, I, like, as the pinned comment says, I'm just holding my tongue, like. We've just talked about bits for now, because I want to wait and see how the next few days go before talking about it, like. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's 100 to use. I think it is 40 each. So then I have like 20 left over, and then we can do the story, like. Sometimes, man, I think I've said this before so many times, but I wish I could just, like, when I want to go to sleep, I wish I could just go to sleep. I wish it wasn't a big thing, because I genuinely am, like, I've said this, again, multiple times before in the past, but I am, like, so convinced I have ADHD or something. Because my brain is, like, so wired before I go to bed. And I've been actually trying to cut down on, like, literally using my phone before, like, bed. Because I don't use my phone in bed, but, like, if I did use it in bed, I'd probably be, like, absolutely knackered, like. And, I think the other thing I just need to cut out is just eating. Like, just eating late at night, like. But I need to remember to eat beforehand then, like. Right, okay, let's continue the story. I think it's yes, so it's literally just up here. I think it is anyway. Unless this is another story bit. No late snacks for Mr. Joe. Yeah, hopefully I stop myself from doing that, like. I love having Cabanos or Pringles, like, very late, like, basically an hour before sleep. I usually consume quite a lot of them. And that's probably a bad thing to do, because I'm essentially just fueling myself. Even though I don't need to be fueled for a few hours, like. You know? If you think of it like that, like. It's like how I try, like, when it comes to caffeine stuff, only to drink it, like, at the start of the day. Like a coffee or a Monster. Because if I drink it any other time of the day, I'm going to be up all night, like. Right, use perception skill. The guard. Case records can be opened quickly while navigating a quest in investigation mode. So E. Just say no drink or food after X time. Yeah, no, I really should. Like, water obviously is fine. But, E.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
This kind of gives me vibes again of Gacto in Live and how it's just like, oh yeah, my friend's like getting like a victim in something. I'm gonna like help like defend them, or not defend them, but prove thing.
Not from that point on.
What about during the show? Oh no, actually it was, well, not that they were the victim, that they were the culprits, and then they became attorneys to try to do things. But anyway, what about during the show?
There was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which
that animation
was quite a
style she
shame.
did there, putting
Just
her
my
hands back,
luck.
reminds me of the
But still,
the
I could
smaller
not
characters
abandon
like
my post,
Chi-Chi and
and
stuff.
I stayed put no matter
If you
how
drink too much
loud
water,
the
you will
applause
be
was.
using the bathroom,
If
often
someone
which
had
makes
so
it
much
harder to
as
sleep.
even
True,
approached
yeah,
the
yeah.
door, I would have
I always
noticed
do
it,
leave a
let
bottle of
alone if they
water
had
with me
tried
though
to
at the
leave.
side of my bed. Just in case my throat gets like parched in the middle of the night, which has happened where I literally wake up because my throat is too parched and I have to have like a quick sip of water and then I go back to sleep. Because sometimes I can go back to sleep and other times I just can't. Like I especially can't if I'm like busy and like I'm doing stuff like, let's say till midnight. Like I definitely will struggle to do things. So that's why I should make sure to try and rest up as much as I can. Like a bottle of water.
We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
So no one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave. This game has everything weebs and furries. It does, yeah, and it has so many different game modes and story beats. Like, bro, back in Sumeru, we were all technological, and now we're here just being, like, crime reporters in what is essentially, like, waterborne France. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. Oh.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Oh!
I've had an eye on you for a while now.
Her. Yes, Queen.
You mean us?
Queen.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue
Oh no, the
truth.
FBI.
No. And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
It's Shotgun Umbrella
Well, you're
Girl.
right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Paimon, do you not know who fucking Navia is? Cop on, like.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Is her necklace a
Although
PNG?
those
It
who
is,
play by
yeah.
our rules call me boss.
Sometimes if you look too close at the textures, you'll
I'm
realize
Silver,
what's a PNG
Lieutenant.
and what's not. Like,
Pleased to meet you.
like some
And
PNGs
I'm
are.
Belarus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Like, as you can see on her neck here, her, like, choker is, like, actually a part of her model's design. But then part of her necklace is, like, actually off from the skin, so it's, like, a different, asset. Stop.
Huh? Boss? Mademoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president.
That's very interesting, yeah.
Luce and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Are you going to court, or is she going to send you on a quest? Well, I mean, the opera in Fontaine is also like a court, as far as I'm aware. And that energy or something like that the people generate, like the justice kind of feeling, like actually powers a lot of things. But she's a part of this quest as far as I'm aware, so you want to investigate as well. Because I'm in the opera house, and, well, it triggered when we're in the opera house as
That's
well.
right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
She's like, okay.
Marina
Just,
sure was quick to
okay.
point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
The disguise isn't
What's
fooling
your
anyone,
opinion?
Paimon.
I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
Not
And why
always.
would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial should be treated like entertainment. No?
See, Silver
Oh, yeah.
Balloons? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most
excellent.
No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
Alright,
Old
that's
man
quite
is
enough,
Joe in
Balloons.
70 years. It is, yeah.
Anyway,
I actually
like
did the
your
voice.
answer.
What?
You passed
What's
with
happening
flying
to the
colors.
shading on her nose? The shading on her nose just
Following
flip-flopped
which
constantly
our joint
there. Like,
investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
yeah, my 70-year-old self went back in time just to do the voice acting for him. Like,
Become assistants.
Huh? Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
companion,
That's more
please.
like it.
I think you're missing the point, Paimon. Seems you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and
Yes.
we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Yeah, no, it couldn't decide, like, for some reason at that face angle. Like,
You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister?
Paimon, you're not facing him.
What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I feel like he should be like
I have
another
nothing to add.
character.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
No problem, Queen. God, I didn't even see you back here because, like, thing, like... Let me just... Oh, yeah, I can't switch to Arlecchino. Fuck. I will get you. When the next banner comes, Navia, you will be mine.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
Oh, did I accidentally...
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
You need not worry about such things, demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Princess. Sorry, I'll shut up. Right, well, I already talked to you. And yeah, see, I was gonna go up the stairs, but then it randomly just put me down there today. I was like, debating on if I should go Subway today or eat something from the library. I mean, grocery store. I mean, if you've had fast food recently, maybe get something from the store instead. Oh yeah, wait, they came out of the box, didn't they? Looks like an ordinary box, but Liney somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Imagine there was like an actual like trap like underneath or something where they could teleport from one to the other. I have a gift card, so I have money to spend there. You mean in the gift, or like the grocery store, in it, or in Subway? I actually don't even know if Subway even do gift cards, to be honest. I feel like there has to be like something underneath it, like. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowell wasn't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged a falling water tank. Oh, in Subway, yeah. Well, I mean, if you have a gift card, like, to be honest, when I get gift cards, I, like, when it comes to me, like, I have to use them. Like, after I get a gift card, I just try to use it as soon as possible, so it's just not on my mind anymore.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Yep, someone did get
See,
murdered here.
told
One of
you.
the assistants,
What
like,
if the machine
same,
picks
yeah.
some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have
Like,
still
I
made
literally
his
have a
move
gift
then?
card in my wallet right now, and it's like 80 cents left on it, but I'm like, ah, well, 80 cents is 80 cents.
Investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
I'd rather get
Turns
money than
out
a gift
the
card.
seat
Same
number
here,
picked
yeah.
wasn't random at all.
But unfortunately,
The
like,
machine picks
gift
that
cards are
same
more like
number
formal
every
to give the
time.
people rather than
I'm sure
giving
you
them,
already
like,
know
money,
that
like.
you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lenny reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Thanks, sorry for bothering you.
Even though it's bad for Lenny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
You know what, Paimon? That's actually a really smart thing to do in the eyes of the law. You can't just cherry pick your information. Unless you're presenting, then you can cherry pick the information you're given, but it's never really usually a good idea. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guard completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. I mean, it's literally a tank full of water, so I don't know what we're expecting there. Oh.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly
I
by
literally was just
fireworks?
thinking that. So either Liney didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped. Yeah, come on, that a firework can't just do that in 2 seconds, right?
Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be a flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh.
Exactly,
So if
yeah,
a
it was
rope
on
meant to
purpose,
hold
like...
something was made with
Because
that
there's a
kind of
case in the game where,
material,
like, there was a young girl's been taken away from Fontaine, like...
Wait, Paimon should
Like,
write
going
all this down.
missing.
Let's take notes.
You know, honestly, Paimon, this is the most handy you've been. This is the most handy she'd probably been the entire journey. Like, actually writing all this shit down for me. And to be fair, I need stuff like this relayed back to me as well. So if I don't have it relayed back to me, I'm gonna forget it. Hey, forget about it.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off.
So
because
when
the
do you
magic
get to abandon
members are currently
Paimon?
considered prime suspects. The investigation
That was a
team
good
is
story
still
quest
collecting
though,
evidence.
where we were reliving Lumine's brother's like past memories, and how like Paimon just wasn't there for the whole thing. It kind of gave you a little perspective of like if Aether landed on his own without without Paimon in this current age where he gets on a better journey, then he probably would have ended up a bit better. Oh, I never even mentioned as well, Destiny's new DLC was finally announced after all this time. The Edge of Fate. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the 9 as a concept in the game, like. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone for other little bits as well. Yeah, okay, so that's when I start. Cool. Sorry, I know I'm getting so distracted, but I just wanted to make sure, Right.
The seats were all booked in advance. so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? We're Liney and Lynette's attorneys.
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help
Hey,
us
you guys
find
don't
the
like
missing
have
person.
GDPR, do you?
Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
Ah, yeah.
The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us.
Aye, aye.
It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
And you know, honestly, with this kind of like detective work going on, it does help break up the gameplay a bit more from the usual kind of like, you know, talk to this person, exposition, go to next point, talk, maybe fight a little bit, talk, and go from there. Like, because if you do the same thing over and over and over, especially in a live service game, like, a lot of people tend to not really vibe with it, you know? It's like what happened with, like, why Destiny has so many different, like, in different expansions, stories are told, like, similarly, but some have, like, different bits and bobs in them, like. Right, I'll go this way. Right, I keep pressing Z, but I meant to press E. Is there someone in the crowd we can talk to? Nope, I lost whatever was in... Up here? Quest area reached. Oh, yeah. I should have known it was just going to be this guy.
I see that you're investigating the area.
Yes.
Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Paimon, we just collected a whole bunch. What are you talking about?
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Flashback, so I can actually
Thud?
see that.
Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
I tried that game funded by EU, the Bright Path. They used AI for conversation. Convention? And it sounds weird. The mouth movement felt weird as well. Bro, how the fuck can you, like, how can you fund a game and then use AI voices in that? That makes no sense to me. Just get actual people to voice it. Like, you can't... Like, I really don't understand the game was more of asset flips. Bro, honestly, the company or whatever, the devs that made the game, they must have just been like, oh, the EU is kind of just giving us all these funds. Let's just make an asset flip game and tell them we made it all or something like that. Come on, man. Like, as I keep saying before, literally pop onto Fiverr, pay somebody literally a $5 to do a voice line and go from there. Even, like, at that point, if you're going to use AI, you might as well just hire some people off of Fiverr, like. Yeah, no, you were saying it's about drugs, like. But still, even, like, I don't, like... Okay, you know, I'll ask, was the game free? Because I guess there is a case to make if it is free. Then I guess it's not really hurting anyone, but I don't know. Yeah. It's just kind of lazy, to be honest. I say that, like, but I don't know. That's
That
just my
makes
thoughts
sense.
right now.
So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the
If
opinion
you want,
that
try
it
it
may have been
out.
the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette,
No
perhaps,
guarantees. I'll see you in the
jumping
future
atop
anyway.
the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
That wouldn't. Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true.
Is it cursed? Yeah.
I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
You had to find, I think, was 42 of one item. Oh, jeez, yeah.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived.
Oh, hi, Nabia.
Who's this?
My queen.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs.
I have no clue what you said in the chat. I apologize. I only speak English. Like, I'm not really good at any other languages. Like,
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
no, you're all good. Like, legit. I don't even know where to start with.
It's not every day.
I'll be honest. I have no clue what language you're even speaking, and I just don't. Like, I just can't read it like myself, so I don't know. Like, apologies as well on my end. Like, but yes, hello.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Below stage to see how the magic works. Imagine it actually was trapdoors, like I said it was going to be like.
A world of
Oh,
secrets is
Ty,
underneath this
yeah.
magic
Jesus
box,
Christ, why didn't I
prepared
cop onto that?
specifically
Like,
for this switcheroo trick.
so I've
But
definitely
before I
seen Ty
reveal
before,
everything,
like.
you should have a look first.
And also, Lobster Knight
Notice
from
anything
Twitch chat
strange
says
here?
hi, YouTube chat as well.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Joe speaks two languages, English and
and other
Irish language
decorations here?
Gaelic. Oh no, I don't
Where did all
actually
that
speak
go?
Irish, like.
Ah,
A lot of
good
that's just
eye.
broken and
That
what I remember
said,
from
you're
school,
still
like.
far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Did they switch like that?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Oh, so there's another box inside?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Joe speaks binary code.
Oh,
01000011001. Oh my god, I was right. There was a fucking passageway as well, like. And this passage linked the two boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley?
Yes.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
So it's
The
not
trolley
really
can
like
raise and lower, and
magic,
you
is it?
have
It's
to
kind of
ensure
just
that
like.
the box will face in the right direction.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were actually performing a magic trick, but now seeing how it's all made, it's like, damn, it's not really magic. Where are you from? I am from Ireland. Living in Ireland now for 23 years. Most of my life. Oh. And then just a bunch of... I don't even know if you've just spammed your keyboard for zeros and ones, or if, like, you actually have a message in there, Justin.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
And now the magic is ruined for all of us.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
My English very slow. No, yeah, you're all good, like. No worries about that, like. Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
A what? A phonograph?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, so just chilling in the back of the box, like.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Oh, you know, I never paid attention to that cutscene.
Only Lynette and I can perform it.
Wait, does he have... Yeah, because his eyes aren't the same purple as his, right? Hold on. Just gonna look that up real quick. TTE. And then... Oh wait, Liney. Let me just see. I'm just gonna see, like, if I can find that cutscene real quick and just look at it. Nice to meet you too. I'm sorry, I don't know. What would you like me to call you? Because I'm not sure how to pronounce the Thai phonetics, Thai lettering. I'm not sure what it would even be called, to be honest. It is 6:16. Thailand, I think it's... Wouldn't Thailand be like 5 hours ahead of me or something like that? 6 or something like that? Or are you just in the next day already, like? Minji, yeah. And then there's Justin with the emojis as well. Trying to remember that. My brain's really slow right now because I'm a bit sleep deprived, to be honest. So hopefully I get some good sleep tonight before work. Oh yeah. So Lynette. 12:15 a.m. Oh yeah, so you're already in the next day, like. Joe didn't get his nap. I wish I could nap, to be honest. Like, honestly, when I woke up, I kind of just felt like... when I was, like, set myself up for today, I wanted to go back to sleep again. Magic show cutscene. Sorry, I just want to check this real quick. They actually make that look like an official thumbnail as well. So it's around... Oh, there was a peak then at the... I think the box, or was that just because Farina was in the shot? I just woke up from sleep. Oh, sorry to hear that. Did you went to sleep like early or something, or did you just wake up in the middle of the night and then just randomly... I'm just gonna scroll YouTube and just see who's streaming, like... I think it was here. Oh yeah, wait, that's... Yeah, that's him there. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find that one part of the cutscene when he pops out of the box for a second. Or even though it might be Lynette. YouTube thinks I want to skip ahead, like... No, I have to go to work in the next 45 minutes. That's why I woke up. So, oh, so you go to work at 1 in the morning, like... Hopefully it's not too tough work to be doing at this hour, like... Take care in advance in case I don't say that when you're heading to work, like... Oh, wait, here we go. Wait, yeah, I'll try again. So, who pops out of the box here? Okay, look at the eye color. Yeah, the eye color, I think it do- Hold on, let me go back to Genshin real quick. No, actually, it does look like him. Never mind. I might be just, yeah. Not always, but today I am on trauma duty. I'm a surgeon. Oh, okay. So, is trauma so that obviously that would incline or mean that you'd have to be working early, like, to do that. Fair play to you for being a surgeon, because honestly, that's a really rough job to have. I'm pretty sure, right? Because I definitely wouldn't be able to handle that myself, being in that kind of like environment, like. Right, sorry, I know this was also a big side tangent just looking up that cutscene. Anyway.
So that's how it all worked. Wow.
Yeah, fair play for what you do for people, like.
More amazing than the last.
I could tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was
I
in
should
the
stop
box,
clicking,
not
just
our
let it play
audience
itself,
member.
like.
She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
So is she not still down there, like where everybody else is? But then again, oh wait, never mind. I don't have it on auto.
I really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
Pray, Queen.
And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can
Man,
come
I
up
can't
with some
wait.
more leads.
In the next 20 days when her banner
This is the
comes
scene of the
back
crime.
round,
So
I will
Lenny
be
and Lynette are now
grinding.
permitted to stay
I
here.
will be like, yes.
I'll escort them back up.
I have to show how much
Yes,
primo
of
gems I
course,
have
no
as
need
well.
to be
Like,
so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
no problem, Lynette. Little Lynette. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so much info. It has its ups and downs, also pays well. You know, I'd imagine it would pay well to be a surgeon, like. Maybe that's what I should do in life. Just go back to college, try and actually get a, like, better job. But my problem is, like, I still don't really know what I want to do with my life, like. So that's why, like, I'm currently in a bit of a situation with work right now. Again, I said at the start of the stream I'll talk about that in a later day. I just want to see how events unfold. But yeah. Oh, okay. I'm investigating already.
Huh. What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Liney didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Maybe the box was pulled away with the woman inside, question mark?
Let's make a note of it first.
Because, I mean, it's a hook rope, right? And that hook would probably go around the box as well. You know, honestly, it's not the best time to be playing a detective game when I'm, like, just shuffling. Oh, Jazz, I need my sleep now. I need my sleep tonight. It'll be nice, like. Okay, wow, there's so much more. Oh, wait, I can return. but I'm not going to return. A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above. This should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Free game atmosphere? That seems like... Oh, I accidentally clicked in the game while trying to look through this. Hey, you know what? If it's free now, cheers, man. Thanks. I'll actually... Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Right, let me add that to my... Because I know, what was it, Metro 2033 agent actually sent me a message about that, saying that that was free as well. If you want to pick that one up. It's funny as well that this game actually has a sequel as well. Oh, but they don't have it in any of the bundles, weirdly enough. Thanks, man. Right, so we have those. Oh, I keep pressing Z for some reason. Right, so I'll check the vase. Or the vase.
The floor is wet.
Bye-bye,
Please be careful.
You know,
not to
thank
slip.
you so much, Minji, for dropping by. Like,
Why
hope work
would
goes
there
well
be
for you in the
water
next,
here?
like, half an hour or so. Hey, Ritz, how's it going? Move. Wait, move which? See you next time. Yeah, no, thank you as well, like. Oh yeah, maybe it was free trick.
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And
Huh?
here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
Justin says
That
bye as
can't
well.
be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Later. So the rope with the hook was used probably, I'm assuming, to kidnap the woman. And then they must have bumped into the vase earlier on. Well, sorry, later on when they were taking her away. Or I say they, or whoever kidnapped them. Yeah.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
I mean, nobody's stopping you, Paimon. You can take off the glasses if you want, like. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, and there's just... Oh, is there only... Probably just one more now. High precision is required to complete this magic show. The tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Just double check down here as well that there's like nothing else left. Ah, yep, of course. Ah, and there's... Ah, a vent. I see. The trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
I mean, hey Queen, we're thinking on the same wavelength, I'm not gonna lie.
If they
Like,
had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
other than those that go through the magic box and Lion and Lynette were in the two magic boxes.
You're right. Let Paimon write that down.
I mean, see, it says one person passage, right? But as I said, the rope and hook was used, or at least part of the rope must have been used, to tie the kidnapped person. Then they were dragged along, accidentally bumped into the vase, trying to struggle to get away. And then as they went through the vent, they went, like, they'd have to crawl backwards while pulling her along, or go forward whilst having her tied around their own waist. And of course, well, forcing her through the vent, like, to escape, like. Okay, so we...
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
You know what, Paimon? I won't
Yes.
look any further
Let's
then.
head back up.
Aye, aye, Queen. Absolutely. I'm gonna cry if I don't actually get her in the next banner, man. Because then that's my team just complete then. I don't think I'd bother go for anybody else in the future for a
we've
while.
ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, Demoiselle.
Apologies for the wait, Demoiselle. Demoiselle.
What did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low.
Anytime I
since
see
the vent
guards now, I'm
leads
just
to
gonna
the
say
upper house's
guarantee.
basement. The guards have checked the area
It's a funny way of
carefully.
saying guarantee
No one
in,
left through the basement during the
whatchamacallit,
performance or
in
after the
Ireland.
incident, and no one was found hiding
Damn,
there.
she's short. Wait, who's short? Oh, I mean, obviously Paimon's like tiny, but like, do you mean Lumine or do you mean Navia?
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
You? Oh yeah, so yeah, you
Higgins.
mean Lumine? Yeah.
Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me continue that.
No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
Bro, honestly, I don't know why I just got this random idea, but I wish I could change her hair color. Navia's hair color, like, and maybe darken her eyes a little bit. Then we've gotten Sherry, like,
In other words, the charges
Umbrella
are very
shotgun
likely
wielding
to be
maniac
upheld
known as
unless we
Sherry
make some
Arbor.
considerable progress.
light novel series I'm kind of still working on right now. I actually haven't edited any of it today, to be honest. Like,
They'll announce a sentence.
oh my god, Joe.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is
What's
how
the Oratrice?
indemnitium is produced.
I probably have
Statements
forgotten
from
already
both
because they're
sides,
already
the
talking about
defenses
it.
from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice.
Her actual height is probably around her eye level because the like height of her heels, like.
To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice
Just
has
how I
its own
pointed
will,
out because we were
and is a
mentioning
judge in its
Lumine's
own
height
right.
there. So they're probably actually not too
This
far
also
from being the
precludes
same
any
height,
kind
actually.
of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides
I don't
have
think
finished
Lumine
speaking,
wears any
the
like
Chief Justice will make his
high
final
heels or anything
decision.
like that.
This too
You're
will be
noticing her
used by
too
the
much, it
Oratrice as a
seems.
reference.
Oh, Navia? Absolutely.
Finally,
I mean, I did
the
also notice
Oratrice
the
will be
stars in her eyes as
consulted by
well.
officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Oh no, Lumine also has like kind of, well, not high heels, but like, I think they're called platformers or something like that.
Called the shots.
In practice, there is very
And then
little
Paimon,
difference.
obviously, like,
Both
she's
have
like
always
tiny,
come
like
to
if
the
she
same
walked around,
judgment,
like,
which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
the Chief Justice.
Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Yes, we do understand that.
Why?
But Paimon, why are you surprised? We literally asked the guard at the
Because
front
we've
door.
chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the
Oh wait,
case.
they mean those three in particular. Never mind, sorry.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
That plug for Sherry Alber's story might as well put her in her own game called Sherry Alber Story on the go for mobile. You know, I jokingly have been thinking about that. Just making like an app or a game or a browser game or something like that that just has Sherry in it. Or even like, see, the farthest I'd probably even try to make myself would be like a light novel. Well, yeah, like a visual novel, sorry, not a light novel, because a light novel is what it is. A visual novel, sorry. Just the fucking plug keeps going. But no, like, I have jokingly thought about that, just making a shitty mobile app for it, like. Well, obviously trying to not make the like ads too invasive, like. But then obviously offering a little bit of a, just like, you know, here's this little button if you want to have no ads forever. Sherry Albert dress-up game. Oh, you know, that actually could kind of work. Because I do have a section in my notes literally just detailing, like, a lot of the different outfits that are used during the series. Ah, yeah. Just brainstorming ideas. Let's keep that in the back of our craniums.
And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Oh, absolutely not. No. We keep it to be like the most PG game ever. Well, PG, like, what would it be? Like, 7's game? Or maybe even a 12's game? I don't know, like, what the rating on a dress-up game would be. Maybe
I
even
just
3?
hope you
I don't know.
mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now's not the time to be picky. Oh, and obviously as well, we couldn't have Psychopath's fucking fashion being put into the game. Like, I don't want to explain to people, like, why I would allow every character, for whatever reason, like, to have fucking just bandages on them. Like, that would specifically just be for Psychopath, like.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Unless we... I just jokingly thought there. Unless we have JosephniteFlyer, the character JosephniteFlyer, wear the bandages, like.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Oh yeah, some tea and sweets. Shall we have some, love? Oh, sorry. There we go.
Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding.
Paimon?
Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
Dr. Sherry to the rescue.
No snacks. Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh?
How the fuck are we gonna make them?
Here?
Okay, no, wait. Okay, Navia, I will admit, there's a lot of people I don't want to give my food to. However, if you tell me to get into the kitchen and make you a sandwich, I will do that, no bother at all. I have so much ingredients. It's not even a joke about being in the kitchen. It's more of a joke of just being like, I have so much fucking food in my inventory anyway. And loads of ingredients to actually make a load of food. Just set up that campfire and I'll be working away, no bother.
Mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Please come with me. I actually love his voice so much. As I said before, they need to voice cast me or whichever.
Stove with you?
I don't think there's a portable stove. It's like half the height of one of the men. Like.
I have eggs,
This is
sugar,
making
and
me
almonds at the
hungry.
ready.
What are you going to make food? Oh, what? Are you going to make food? It looks like it, yeah.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a Spina de Rosula thing? Try to make it sound a little French. Oh my god, they're actually using the sounds for things though.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
Wait, hold on, wait, pause. The fucking size, I thought, okay, maybe it's a lot taller. Maybe it's like up to their fucking collarbone. That's no joke. How the fuck are they lifting that around with no baggage, like, as well? And then again, how am I, like, carrying it? Actually, wait.
The egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
Okay, but to be fair, I could, like, I was going to say, how do I carry shit around? Literally the teapot. Like, that would be my excuse. It's like, oh yeah, my teapot is literally, like, has all my storage in. Like, that would kind of make sense in a way, you know? Even though it might not be the canonical lore reason, but it still would be a good reason. So I literally have a pocket dimension in my pocket, like. Those are big hamburgers. Portable stove, just use air fryer. I think they're meant to be macrons or macroons, whichever way they're pronounced. I think the actual pronunciation is meant to be macroons, but like macrons is just what I'm like used to saying. Like, short and spout. Here's my handle. Here's my spout. When you tip me over, I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
Preach.
I just really enjoy making snacks.
Preach.
Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
Macarons. Sorry, macarons. Not macaroons. What am I fucking saying? Macarons, yeah. So the way she pronounced it is the way I pronounce it, like. Yeah, they heard me, didn't they? Like.
Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Macarons.
Only 3?
I mean, Paimon, if you don't want 3,
Eating
I'll
too many
have
sweet
another one, no
treats
bother.
might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
She answered you,
Tea
yeah.
is ready to be served
Joe, you
as
know
well.
a good arm workout,
This is
right?
Demoiselle's favorite.
I will not-
Strong
I will not
black tea
answer
with a
that
floral
question.
fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Except I will do this. Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I
As I
should.
should. His character model actually kind of reminds me, or at least the face of the
Alright
old man
then.
reminds me of a real character.
Down to business.
Yes, business
Paimon
indeed.
mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However,
Harry Potter in
we
the
can
secret
assume
chamber.
that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
You know, the PG arm workouts. What was I gonna say? You know, honestly, maybe, like, I know we're meant to be defending them, but maybe there was a slight chance they did it. I won't mention why yet, but I'm gonna just say that much. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was me just sitting in the audience and I somehow used my powers to whisk her away, like. So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase
The
and
new
the
drug
bell
in
we heard
town,
during the
Genshin.
performance
Hey, Xeno, man.
could indicate
How's it
some
going?
altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists. I even left on similar frame. You know, I'm literally picking up from the story from the last day, so...
True. None of the clues we found thus far
No
support
gran
the
in today.
existence of this third
Just
person.
best girl footage, that's
But
all.
the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Weed game
Could
number
Halsey have secretly
462.
made
Or
modifications to the magic
4062.
in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
I was there like 2 to 4 days ago. Yeah. And I just haven't touched the story ever since. I thought, fuck it, I'll leave it for stream. Like, it was quite a bit of convincing I had to do to myself to just be like, no, Joe, leave the story, do it on stream. And here we are. But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
Hey agent, how's it going, man? Yeah, that's true, I am sleep deprived. You missed like the introduction of the best woman in the room, and me being sleep deprived, and me comparing game again to Get to Win Live, and yeah.
Were we not thorough enough in our search?
What should be? Are you sleeping, Lol?
This is turning into an impossible case.
See, like last night, I got home late, and my body's not used to going home at that certain time. Like, my body's just like, bro, if you're not in that bed by 10 o'clock, and you don't give yourself, like, that hour of time to get to sleep, then you're not gonna have a good time, my friend. My body's very finicky, like, when it comes to that shit. So at least I know, like, after, like, I'm done here and I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna have a good sleep, like. Especially because work doesn't actually start for me tomorrow until, like, 1 o'clock, which is nice, so, yeah. But yeah, I also, hey, Utica? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, or if you want, I'll call you KKR_Utica. I was going to ask how did work go, but I guess this explains it. Yeah, and as I was saying throughout the stream as well, there's like certain details. Fuck's sake again with the work situation is crazy. Hey guys, Today, I just wanted to talk about why my work situation is so crazy. So welcome back to this day's slop. Yeah, no, I'm going to mention stuff about work soon. I just want to give it a few more days before I talk about a few more bits and bobs. And yeah, I'm also too tired to talk about too much more of it. Even though I'm not too tired for a detective game, but then again, she's on screen, so it's like helps. Like, does Joe work for me? Maybe not. Aw.
Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
Oh, sorry. I was like, wait, why isn't it moving on yet?
Specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
5 the teeth.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right.
Oh wait, it's the macarons.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
Will Joe fall asleep on stream? Damn, 8-Ball is like, oh yeah, you have to replace the Q with the A. That's what's wrong there. I thought like 8-Ball just wasn't answering you. Like, I just woke up. I finished Terraria with a friend yesterday. As I send off to our world, we nuked corruption. That's cool, yeah. So you actually managed to defeat the final boss, right? Definitely. Alright, I guess I probably will. Wait, I didn't even move my model when I did that as well. I just kind of slapped the table and closed my eyes. I'm too lazy. Ah, yeah, Moonlord. So yeah, you finished the game. Like, fair play to you, man. Because I don't think... Yeah, I think I looked back ages ago. Actually, I'll look back on it again just to double check. I'm pretty sure me and Panda never finished Terraria. Or maybe we did, and that's why we stopped the series. Oh my god, I can't type. Just Terraria, JosephniteFlyer, all one word. Okay, how about I just type in my name first and then do this? Oh wait, T, yeah, okay, that's why I spelled it wrong. Terraria. There you go, Terraria with Lazy Panda. Episode 23. And then... I think we did actually kind of just... Hold on, let me just look at this again. So yeah, that was thing. I'll just go back to here, because I don't think... Yeah, here's the Moonlord fight. He was kind of mad, not gonna lie. His... HP is too bloated in my opinion. Yeah, I think if I didn't complete him with Panda, that's probably why we didn't beat him, like, because his health was too much, like. Right, what's the top hours? Oh yeah, and have a nice food, man. Whichever you choose to pick. Let's see. Oh wow, yeah, lobsters went up from 220. I think it was 25 years out or something like that. I can't remember now. Have a nice dinner. I liked Empress of Light more. See, it's been so long since I've played it, I can't actually remember what the fight is like. Yeah, no, we never completed Moonlord. Yeah, see, I'm looking at it now, and we didn't summon him again. God, we had so much in our world. I know, honestly, at this point, I don't think we'll ever complete it, like, not to give too much details away about her personal life, but she's busier in her life now than she used to be. So, yeah, it's not going to happen, like. The dinner situation is good. We're going to start a new world tomorrow for Calamity. Is that like a mod or something?
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine if you ate them, Oh, it's fine. Everyone knows how much you love eating.
Wait.
Ah, mod, yeah. course, I'm preying on your downfall.
Then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well,
Oh,
I suppose
stream
one of us
together,
might have gotten
notice.
too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal.
I don't think it'll work, will it? Yeah, no, because for whatever reason, every time I open up Stream Together, it always opens up in Opera, even though it can't. Like, I have to use it in... So in one browser window, Chrome required. Oh, so now, yeah, so it's only Chrome. It used to say Chrome and Firefox, but now it just says Chrome. I hope Twitch extend it over to Opera as well, because Opera is, like, what I use myself, like. Yeah, mod. I only know mod is 1.2 gigabyte game is, no, 655 megabytes for comparison law. Good luck with that, man.
Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
You know how I am with mods. We only really have Half-Life mods, and that's it, and a bit of shading. Like,
macarons, of course.
oh, there's really no need for that. There's absolutely need for that. If she put a... Thank you, Joe, for catching that word. You were gonna say... Okay, I'm not that desperate. If she put down slop, I would still be like, yes, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, As you wish.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
I will add...
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, so I can give myself that today.
Well, that's it for snack time.
Because to be honest,
I'm
I
going
haven't
to have
even
another look around the
like
area.
exercise. Oh, you know, I'm just standing
Know
up.
what
Oh
we're
yeah,
looking
because
for
I
yet.
flipped
But
this
we've
over.
still got
Because
some
when I was
time.
clicking the,
As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again.
I was just I was on my drawing on my writing down notes on my whiteboard and seeing if the stream together thing would work. That's all. Thanks, Agent.
It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
I think it'd be kind of funny.
Thanks for your help and for the snacks.
We sentenced the sister and... Well, no, sorry, not sisters. I was
It
going
was
to say
nothing.
sisters
A small
initially,
task
but I
for
meant
the Spina di
the twins
Rosula.
to death.
Silver, Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Don't leave, please. Don't leave me with Paimon, please. Navia, please! And she's left.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
There's no point in worrying about that
Take
now.
Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Nah, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh wait, it was 8, wasn't it? Doesn't matter anyway, it's mostly winded anyway, so then I can back out and back in again, like. There we go. Participate in the trial. Right. Whoa. Wait, is Farina up there, like, right now? Oh, never mind, I guess I won't now. It would be kind of funny if they just left her up there, like...
The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by
Good
step.
plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
Right, if she says relax, guys, we have to
Besides,
relax.
I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Joe, what is this cursed knowledge you want to display on Google Images? Or more so, just on Google search. Oh! Yeah, never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. Okay,
Thanks,
right.
Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
We'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
If they recast Paimon, should they just have me like recast her? Just use the Natsuki voice the whole time. Paimon things like this shouldn't even happen,
Finally,
like.
you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came
This sounds like
out
more of the snail
empty-handed.
girl from Monster Inc.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
Mike Wazowski. Paimon thinks... Wait, Mike Wazowski. Paimon thinks this is shit. This situation is not good.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly
I love
disappointed
eating
should
all of the
you,
traveler's
my
food.
most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you
Since
wait.
both parties are present, I declare that the trial
there's
regarding the
Agent.
magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Liney clearly reveals the details of the magic trick to everyone
Mr.
in the
Linney.
audience is stunned, or
In
everyone
that
in
case,
the
I
audience is
take your
stunned.
statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in
Come
the
on, Joe,
audience
you
stands
trained
once the
last
trick
few
began,
months for this
and
moment.
thus could not
I
have
know,
committed the
yeah,
crime.
with the fucking
Is this correct?
Gak Twin Live, like.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
And it's Genshin as well, so it's probably like simpler than
In that case, I
what
call
Crack was
upon the
writing for a
prosecution,
thing like for
Lady
Gak Twin.
Farina. Do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is
We're gonna
no
have to put
way
your
you
brat
could have
down,
been in the
Agent, I'm
box
sorry.
the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh,
Yeah, but two, why are you
that
looking
so?
at me?
And if I may ask,
True.
what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
The way they're doing this is so
But
cool.
when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
That's hyperbolic.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right
Yeah,
here.
Paimon, you're right. Something is wrong there. How could Liney not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Oh, that's so cool.
Look at those scales. Could those
They probably represent the oratress's stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician
sake.
himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Okay, that's good. And also you saying as well, like, I guess you should think inside the box, Joe. But I still haven't bothered setting back up sound alerts yet. I should, honestly. I should just download it on my old phone, because I actually found the phone holder thing on my ring light, so I could actually have it on the side right here and just press buttons out of the corner of my eye, like, rather than go forward to have them to press them, like.
Of course, I have armed
Of
myself
course.
to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the
Oh
House
fuck,
of the
she's
Hearth?
pulling that card out already?
The House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui? His eye details
No
so
wonder
good.
they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
Quick, Joe, act surprised.
Feeling
What?
that
What?
probably wasn't just
They're part of the Fatui? Arlecchino's their father? What?
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell
Smooth
us
transition.
everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself.
Okay, that wasn't
innocent
revealed yet,
after
Joe.
all.
A bit too far.
I'm sure there is
Sorry.
little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Ruined. I'm unfollowing and unsubscribing. No!
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting in Discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
I'm sorry, but I really want to, like, prove her wrong so badly. Liney and Lynette are Fatui. Braquin, yeah. As you've said before.
Order!
Yeah, don't worry.
Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points.
Yes.
First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
There's no doubt about Magician's ability to con others. Given how Laney has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Schwerdinger's Liney.
I knew it!
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your
Granted.
Honor. My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed. Yeah.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Yeah, and with the way you're sitting, I won't be
seek
surprised
their
if you're
own
next up on the podium, mate.
What
Shut
is
the
there
fuck
left
up.
to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
I just dug
This
into that one
trial
fella
will
for
reconvene
fucking
in
no
1
reason.
hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
I mean, to be fair, we're technically... Well, not friends with Child, but, like... We're buddy enough. Of course, we don't agree with the Fatui. Ew, Fatui, no. But, like... 2 of my party members are Fatui, like... So it'd be kind of hypocritical of me. And I actually have Liney or Lynette or both of them anyway, so, like... Yeah, I'm making weird logic here, but shush.
Dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
While court is adjourned, you meet with Liney and Lynette backstage. Honestly, if we never played the others, like the Gak Twin Live, I would have never like known what adjourned was like.
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
Joe, after going to Sneznaya, I actually love Fatui. Yeah, literally, like, the moment I step onto another land, it's like, oh yes, Fatui, all mates of mine, bro. I could never live without the Fatui. If the Fatui were to dissolve tomorrow, I would be in the grave, bro. Paimon would be burying me and all, and taking all my money to use it on food.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon just knew where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys.
Wow.
Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
Wow.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead.
Paimon, you fucking hypocrite. You were friendly with Child, which is a Harbinger. These are just members. Yeah.
The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Wait, I just realized, is it just normal that, like, your twin sister could also be, like, part cat as well? Because I noticed that with the tail, and he doesn't have a tail either. And yeah, he doesn't have ears either, because I think he... Wait, but then how does she... Well, I guess, yeah, she just, like, put the ears down somehow, I guess. But wait, no, wait, does she have another pair of ears, actually? Wait, hold on. But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge.
Some Laura can't explain, but they are twins. Oh, yeah.
I fear that I'd even
struggle
to trust me at this point.
Those are real tail ears, by the way. Yeah, no, I do believe they're real. Yeah.
By trade. All by coincidence, too.
Oh, yeah, no, they...
Still,
yeah, she doesn't have another...
you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
I will admit here, like, right, with the cat ear and tail and stuff like that, or mainly with the ears, sometimes, like, anime drawings and stuff like that, or even just anime in general or manga, like, they don't realize that they've accidentally drawn ears twice. So sometimes you'll see, like, cat ears on some models, and then, like, an extra pair of actual human ears as well, which sometimes can look a bit jarring, but I guess it depends, like.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course, Venti gives anemo vision to an orphan. Venti giving every character that lost someone a vision. Wait, was it, Wait, who did he give the vision to? Was it... Because of what? Well, Chi-Chi was... Wait, is it Chi-Chi? Because... Well, I mean, yeah, technically she'd be orphan because she doesn't have parents, right? Oh, did he actually give Lynette the, Oh, okay. I get what you're putting down.
I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Aura Trace operates.
They're great
we want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
Oh, wait. Oh, they're actually...
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
And would that be the girl?
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Also, yeah, okay, they still didn't have anything to do with the disappearance of the woman. But they were trying to find out about the core, though. Joker's anemo vision is given to people who went through tragic shit. Examples, Kazuha lost his best friend, Zhao lost all his friends, and Lynette lost their parents. Damn, yeah. It's just like, are you without family? Or, like, significant others, or best friends? There you go, Animo Vision. I mean, maybe that was why fucking Lumine like first attuned to Animo at the start. It's literally just it's just because like she was literally separated from her brother. Like
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
yeah,
Well, that
fuck, I didn't
explains why
realize
you
that,
didn't hear
Lamau.
the thud.
Like I know it's not the same as like Venti like literally handing her vision, but it's still the Animo element, like. But why do you want to understand how the Ortrace operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save
Oh yeah,
everyone.
their eyes are slightly different.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time.
I mean,
It
tap
was
his
never
hat
my
out
wish
just in
to
case. I
proceed
know I
under
trust
this
him too with
cloud
my
of
life, but
mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I feel like they'd still be able to get out anyway, even if they were arrested. Like, also, isn't what Liney doing still illegal? Yeah, because they're kind of like trying to break into the core to like find out more about it. Like, I guess you can kind of nearly see it as a kind of, well, not a Robin Hood kind of hero, but like a vigilante kind of thing more than being a villain. But again, it is still illegal. They're kind of like trespassing on places they're not meant to, under the guise of actually doing a magic show. Like, I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should. Oh wait, do I actually get to choose how this goes? Can I just be lazy and just be like, just let judgment dispense as it should? Nah, fuck it. We've gotten all the stuff. We have to like. Oh, okay. It's not a choice then, right? I'll defend you from these charges.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
I thought like the second one was more of an option of throwing them under the bus.
Pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need. Paimon will still interrupt you.
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back. Honestly, I kind of wish like Lumine spoke a bit more during this trial as well, but again, like Paimon's our voice, unfortunately. God, I just want to punch that fucking. Sorry. Right.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Their statements, voice. Also, nice pun, Paimon. Get it? Watertight defense against Hydro Archon. Yeah. But what time is it? Oh no, yeah. I mean, there's no worry anyway with time. As I said, like work for me tomorrow starts at 1, so it's not too bad. Like, the brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
When
last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any I know how it's usually meant to be pronounced, but I can't say it for some reason. Erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with new interfaces. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The oratress will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
Loud thud is actually probably that vase now to think about it, because that's the only thing that really broke and seemed like that would make a loud noise.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed.
Wait, wasn't he not, like, outside the box and then went... No, he was near it. I think, wait. Anyway, right, sorry.
Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
For Navas lore. And then William Afton didn't just kill, like, or make an animatronic that killed, like, one of his, like, son or daughter. Then he also started to murder kids because I guess he was just mentally unstable. Then he died, but then he came back. And then he died again, and then he came back.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina.
Hey, there's her voice.
What Linny experienced and what he saw.
So it'd be in number 2, I was thinking. Because him going down makes sense. Number 2 is different. Oh, but then again, it said I had to refute all points, didn't I? Enter the tunnel as the countdown began. Voice shown. Okay, not that. Yeah, so this one. Attacks. So the loud sounds from Laney and things. Fight, but Laney claimed they heard nothing in order to cover the truth up. Claims they headed to the chamber containing the Archer's core and did not witness the crime taking place and thus did not hear the thing. It could be as simple as that. There's probably no like harm in it.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Oh yeah, so I do kind of have to do them all. Right, so thing enters the tunnel as the countdown began. And then I need Voice to Ortress. Claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the Ortress core within the opera's house. And what is this saying? So that's just him entering the tunnel. It wouldn't be the close. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Would that thump then be him entering? It could be because okay, wait, this. So with the vase, however, was Laney really in the tunnel at this time? Oh wait, shit! That actually could be that then, because I heard a mysterious voice. Oh wait, so. Oh, no, that's right, though. Because it's not letting me take it back out. Heard a mysterious voice in the chamber. Core within the thing. Mysterious voice. Unnoticeable thump. Okay. And then Liney knocked Cowell out. Okay. The existing evidence indicates that when Liney returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place. And all Liney saw was. So no one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identity clear could leave. Claimed to heard a mysterious voice in the chamber within the opera house. The clothes belonged to her, but with that.
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Alright, good to know. So knock thing out. Identify. Heard a mysterious voice within thing. Knocking out of him. audible thump that many audience members heard. No. Okay, last one. On-stage accident. A meticulously designed magic prop activated, causing the water tank to crash down and make everything seem like an accident. I could leave. Heard a mysterious voice. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Then again, they were claiming that... But then again, could that explain that? No. Right, so I've done all of them. Well, I haven't submitted one now. So Liney entered the tunnel as the countdown began. So he entered the tunnel as he began. Sorry, hold on, I'm just double checking. Yeah, just entered the tunnel as he began. So that would have been beforehand. No one left the opera house during the match. Okay, wait, last one. Activate causing thing. Seemed like an accident. See, that could be that though, because like nobody could exit or enter. No, but then again, that's during. Oh, that's kind of cool. Actually, it puts an X on that as well. Then wait, did I already do? Yeah, I already did the close for that one as well. There's nothing I did for there yet. So during the switching performance, there's an audible thump that many audience heard. So, I mean, if it was him going down, would that not be it? No? Because it can't be that. And the thump can't be that either, can it? Because it has to be that, right? It can't be the close. Is it the fucking close? Wait, I'm so confused. Am I even doing this right? Because I can't, yeah, I can't take that back out, so it's just in. Wait, I can't, yeah, okay, I can't back out any further, so I kind of have to just piece things as there. So Liney claims that he headed to the chamber contained the Orchard's core. Oh wait, sorry, that's the statement. So Liney knocked Halsey out using the vase and removed her clothes to prevent her from being identified. However, was Laney really in the tunnel at the time? Well, he claimed to have heard a mysterious voice in the chamber within the opera house, right? Yeah.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Okay, cool. So Cowell walked in on Liney, so the latter knocked him out with the vase, leading to the victim's death. The existing evidence indicates that when Liney returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place, and all Liney saw was the clothes.
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Oh, is that enough?
Attention!
Paimon, don't steal my fucking thunder!
When the countdown started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Successful refutation. I'm assuming you pronounce it like that, refutation. Like reputation there, like.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
In other words,
You know,
you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Yes.
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opponent's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Liney by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell them!
Thanks, Queen.
That's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how Thing refuted their alibi?
If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Choose... Okay, I didn't even get to read that. Wait, did it put me on exactly what I need to select as well? Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Laney's magic troll.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here.
Oh, you know what, Paimon? I'll listen to you for once. Because, yeah, you're right. I just went with, like, what the game automatically gave us, but yeah, wait, irrelevant? Oh, I guess it is all irrelevant. So which is the evidence that Liney wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? There's an audible thump, so I have evidence. I love how it just says irrelevant immediately as well. It doesn't even let me do things. Well, I mean, the tunnel vent, yeah, that would be proof. Okay, never mind, that's not proof. Just question marks. I'm just gonna just give them, like, nothing. So strange. Oh yeah, I can only select these two. So the strange sound and then the entrances. So what proof? What? Wait, sorry. Which is the evidence that Liney wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Farina, he vented. I saw him. Sorry, I went with the official voice there, like. So, I mean, audible thump that many audience members heard. I mean, Paimon will just tell me if I'm wrong, right?
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel.
Oh yeah, because he didn't hear the noise.
He didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well
Paimon,
played.
don't piss off the fucking Hydro Archon.
You'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... So select the gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill all the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. Is correctness a word? Anyway, if you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. I mean, she is an Archon, but she can't sentence someone without proof, etc. You know, God of Justice and all that would look bad for her. Yeah, but I just mean in the sense that, like, what's like, you know, what if she just turns around and tells us here, just fuck off, go away. You're ruining my vibe here. I'm meant to be the bratty queen, like. The GRD investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. So how did the culprit trigger the onstage accident? If Liney is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Liney gave a detailed account. Oh wait, sorry. Was the original plan for it? Was that what was the original plan for the performance? Liney gave us an additional or detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Liney himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, I'm not really bothered, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to view detailed information.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
But why would he, though? I mean, to be fair, we don't have any other proof as well. Because she wouldn't fucking kidnap herself. We actually don't know much about the assistant.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
But then again, if I bring up the fact that it could have been him, that is kind of weak as well. Because it's like, oh, cool, you're just going to blame the fucking deceased? Yeah, go on, Joe. Like, question the body there, why don't you? Like, even Joe's giving up on Liney. Okay, so a third possible culprit or him, because it's not her.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of convenient that she had, like, or not she had, but there was already clothes in there, unless they literally just threw anything on her, like, just to kidnap her out.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
I mean, it's gonna say I'm wrong anyway, right? Oh, it is. It's correct. Yeah, it's him.
Huh? That can't be right.
Paimon, the game says I'm right. Shush.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay, so how can we envisage Liney as having been unable to interfere with the crime? Because he was getting ready to rehearse, and...
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
That's not for here.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
So we can select that clue.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Love Farina's mocking tone law, yeah.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
True, yeah. So Cowell's planned in the situation inside the tunnel. So I'm trying to link the fact. Oh wait, do I have to link 4 things? Oh fuck, I have to link 4 things as well. Yeah, okay, so Cowell is a part of it. The dress would have to be a part of it as well. So who's the prime suspect currently? Cowell can't leave, and he can't leave either, can he?
The opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from a...
Well, we can select that.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
So it can't be Linny. And I think Cal would have known about the plan as well. Thanks for letting me know again. Oh no, it just like removed one outright. It's like, yeah, it's not him. Like
the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from a
So how can we envisage Liney has Oh, sorry. Jeez, I fucking didn't read the question properly. So
Lily
yeah,
was not
he
in the
was thing. Oh wait, the dress is gone now.
It would have been tough for both.
Yeah, tunnel as well.
Halsey's
He
clothing
didn't-
was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would attract
Wait.
attention.
Was it in the tunnel? I thought it was just lying out on the floor. I'll still select it anyway. And
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
You know, Joe, maybe you should stop and like fucking read. Just okay,
Lily was
right.
not
How
in
could
the
vision
tunnel at
being
that
unable to interfere? So first one should actually be
would
the
have been
tunnel,
tough for both
because he
people to-
can't interfere if he's in the tunnel, right? Second, how can I prove that that there was an altercation in the tunnel? I'll go back to that one. Where did the missing Halsey go?
Halsey's
Who's the
clothing
prime
was in the
suspect?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
So where did she go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey.
Well, the altercation would be the bump.
No one entered or left the opera. The sound we heard may have come from a.
And then where did the missing Halsey go?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been.
I mean, you're mentioning the tunnel. Okay, at least it's telling me what two are wrong. So how can Envision be unable to interact with the crime?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
Oh yeah, no, fucking hell. Joe, tunnel, fucking track and stuff, not the vent. Man, my brain's just not working here.
No one entered
And I mean,
or
that's
left
literally the
opera-
last thing, like, I've no choice. Huh? The criminal must have understood the methods behind Laney's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at her disposal. Wait, the strange noise could have likely been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Laney was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to Yardy's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is.
I
This
see.
was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
She's still in one of the boxes.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
She's still in one of the... Oh, no, wait, no, she can't be in the other box, because that would have been thoroughly checked, right? Right? She's not in the tunnel.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
Because of all the things, it's either the tunnel or, like, the actual,
You
like...
can just make a real life person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic escaping the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Uh-oh.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Objection! Hold on a second.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
I mean, that's the only
It would
New
have
York
been
at the
tough for
end.
both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The vase was not broken by chance.
Oh, yeah.
It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Hypothesis correct.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes.
Her clothes behind as well. Oh my god, yeah. Bro.
There's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water.
Hey, Gregory. Have you ever heard of the hit game Genshin Impact, where a character vents? You need to vent, Gregory.
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Yeah, this is reality, but we all use magical powers anyway, like so. I request that we examine Cole's personal effects. We might find something there. Mona's running animation.
Must we
Exactly,
really?
yeah.
I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Yeah, no,
Nevertheless,
yeah.
I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
After some time, the GRD returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Oh my god, that's where all the missing women are.
Claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea.
Is that the shit we
The
swim
note's
in all the
contents
time
also
when we're diving
indicate that
in?
Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient...
facts and logic! Sorry, sufficient evidence,
kidding.
yes.
People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Bro, half of yous came to this fucking magic show wanting magic. What do you mean?
It's just a coincidence, isn't it?
People can become water. Does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found.
Yes.
Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
The liquid from the GRD found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. So who's this prime suspect?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? What? Wait. Oh wait, sorry. Wait. Used to control the timing. To hide the mechanism behind the crime. Used to dissolve haze. Well, obviously it'd be that then.
The water from the primordial sea.
Okay, so back to this. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
What item, what item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime? Oh yeah, that'll be that one,
The rope that
eh?
strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
Yeah, that would hide the mechanism behind the crime. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
Ah, okay, the rope's the only thing off. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism? The box.
I remember there was some...
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Paimon, you were one word away there from
Cowell would tamper with the water
of
tank
too
rope
close of a
and
reference.
the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
Oh, yes, it does make
Actually
sense.
links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Watch everybody start to praise her and not me, like, because I'm the one who fucking put it together.
Oh
Like,
dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What? That can't be.
So it's planted.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
Planted.
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Versus!
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Wait. Huh. The epic rap battles of history! Farina versus the Traveler! Begin!
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon.
Boy, if he was knocked out, how the fuck was he on stage and killed?
Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization. Am I right, Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Are you sure?
Is this the end of the road?
Nah, it never is. Oh, does she just win by default?
Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
Because the guards are all in on it.
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
To be fair, not all Fatui are evil. Majority is, but most depend on Harbinger's intention in the region. Yeah.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Thanks, Nadia.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Oh, wow, that was a weak clip from myself.
Voila.
Ta-da! No, that was a quest completion
Sorry for
sound
the
as well.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Wait, would lessen your
I was hiding outside
sentence?
this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what?
I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there.
Oh.
And I'd never been caught.
Oh, yeah, you were the fucking
But
thief.
I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I
Yeah.
barely got away.
That was
Lenny
us.
was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practice hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it
But
work.
I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, you have blood on your hands now, but sure, look it.
Everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
But then again, there's still the issue of the rope, though. It was unpurposely tampered with. Yeah, now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous
This time,
reasoning.
we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Versus. So, Liney entered the tunnel. Random number selector. Halsey dissolved. She didn't dissolve. She had water poured on her. It was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport thing. No, not that. Infighting between Liney and Cowl. So this would have been audible thump. I think I'm doing this way too fast. Liney knocked Cowl out, then using the method used to dissolve young girls, he got rid of Cowl and disguised it as an accident, as Halsey has appeared completely unharmed before all of our eyes. Farina's conjecture no longer holds water after the fight. Then what did Halsey do? Strange sound. On stage, so a meticulously designed magic prop activated, causing the water tank to crash down and make everything seem like an accident. I am confused. I'm not gonna lie. So the loopholes with him entering the tunnel is... Because that's random numbers, like. But then again, okay, if I'm telling it from his point of view, am I just putting them literally like that? No? I'm not putting them in that order? I already tried the hook there. But she was wet because of that, right? No. Infighting. Look at the blue text.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Joe's being the 5th grader allegations. She stuffed him back into the box. Wait. There's no way to say... Top the box. I can't say the box directly. Make everything seem like an accident. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing on. So it's this one and this where I need to actually put thing on. Still playing Gwen shit, or sorry, Gwen Shin. Yes, we are, at least for another little bit until we get the end of this court case. How would Halsey have reacted? Well, I thought it would have been changing her clothes, but I guess it's strange sound.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was...
Oh, yeah, actually, no, that makes so much more sense. And then knocked out Cowell. Did she... I know she stuffed him in the box. Really? So it is the fucking dress?
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Man, my brain is seriously not up for this.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Successful.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right
Oh,
under our
yeah!
noses. Talk about
So it actually wasn't Paimon's fault, like...
All the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo!
If Farina's still gonna push on something, isn't she? Like, there's no way she's just gonna let that slide.
Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please
Oh.
answer the question,
Okay.
Lady Farina.
Thank you,
Also, if I
computer
may add, the trial has
underscore
not
racer
yet
for
ended.
following like
As
on
such,
Twitch.
I request that the prosecution
Hope
not
you're enjoying the
leave
stream.
the room before the proceedings have concluded.
As such, I request the prosecutor not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded. Yeah, so she has to admit defeat.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
Paimon, you know
If
she could
there are
probably
no
hear you.
objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Go ahead, Noubliette.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
And yeah, that's why
Realizing
it
that there
didn't
was
work,
trouble,
and like,
Cowell
she's
entered the
from
tunnel and
Mondstadt.
met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the
Damn,
performance
his eyebrows
ended
are on fleek,
before
I just
hiding in
realized.
other
Like,
parts of the opera house.
I know that's a phrase that probably hasn't been uttered since
As
fucking
for
2010, but
he
it's
was
true,
in the
like...
underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Yay!
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Stop talking shit about my poll, Joe. Oh, that actually nearly looked like the fucking Honkai Star Rail card wishing thingamabob. I want you to still be in favor of
As
fucking
such,
Farina, like.
Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Should I just be playing Paimon at this point, like?
Thank you all.
Like, do I even play as Lumine, or do I play as fucking Paimon, man? Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared
Told you it'd
to
be
bring
false
before
evidence.
this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
I love how Farina is more of a shit talker than a god of justice. She really is, yeah.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know.
And then he just
Our
dies on the
boss
spot.
discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this
Drugs?
business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
Yeah, I fucking knew that. He turned into water.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh, even the drones are around as well, like. However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn dissolved.
So, we're just going back now?
The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait. ...
Oh wow, Lumine's actually not happy.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just wanted to be sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
She is your father.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Yes, please,
Back
go
when
on.
our parents first
Quick Joe,
died,
act surprised again.
Linny
Whoa,
and I
what?
were wandering the streets.
The Knave? I wonder who the Knave
I
is.
took to surreptitiously
Like, I imagine the
observing
Knave
an
is like
older
probably
street
like
performer who did
what,
magic.
like white
me
and
several
red
days to
and
figure
black
out
and
how
has
he
this
pulled
big
off his
cool
amazing
scythe thing. I
tricks.
think so. Like,
I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts.
damn, Liney, you might want to get rid of that pyrovision and get a Nemo with this story, yeah, or Animo, sorry.
The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
So what happened after
I
that?
managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
I mean, he says it like that, but as if Arlecchino adopting him and turning him assassin is any morally good, yeah.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Jeez, yeah.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
Child soldiers are good, because why not?
The House of
lie
the
to
Hearth
me?
welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
The knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
So regardless of her
Today's
being
case
a
has
harbinger,
also
like-
proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the
D'été.
knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland.
God, I can't wait for you to finish the story. I'm so excited. Yeah, sure, we're getting through it now. Like, again, we'll see what other days I have coming up where I'm free to play. Like,
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright, I understand.
Exactly
The only
1
thing I
hour
can do
ahead
is
again,
relate
yeah.
all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand.
Bye, Linny!
The way Paimon just turns around there, like, as well, like. Oh. Oh, she's not actually there. Ah, there she is.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Joe, I can't trust Patui while Joe having two harbingers in his character list, like, yeah.
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it?
Tie switch, sorry.
I do feel
Yeah.
that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
I'm sorry, Navia.
What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lione. I wasn't necessarily looking into serial disappearance case.
Are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah,
Now, come on, we have to help her.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from
Bro,
you.
you're breaking my heart here.
I suppose you are just
Push-
travelers who
push
have only
back.
arrived
Help
in
her.
Fontaine, after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Of course, you are the playable character.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
Bro, come on,
It's
you
like
have...
having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
You have to fucking... Come on.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh?
Come on, she's desperately trying to hold on to you guys. Come on, you have to help her, like. I guess Joe finds his new princess to be down bad for.
I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have the meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navi is treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
Act 1 complete. Also, Joe, can you join me for a sec? I found a heart shape in leeway and I want to see if it gives a chest. Oh, yeah. So should I... Well, hold on, let me just leave this first. And I'm assuming it's going to, like, not take me straight to the next thing. Because I might leave it there for today, because as I said, I am sleep deprived, so I should probably rest up. Oh. Oh, yeah, I still get thing for that as well. Another, oh, that's going to be so... I'm not going to look at the wishes. You're going to be annoyed if you looked at the wishes, like... Semi-automatic foraging. Right, so that's over that way. Let me join... Oh, wait, there's another... Achievement? And I think I'll probably leave it there for today, as I said, like I'm just... Oh, tired. Right, so... Oh yeah, wait, it is a triangle. I wonder... Oh, maybe not.
Crumble!
Yeah, rest in peace to that, like... Right. The pot guy isn't today, is he? I didn't see those other location names, don't worry. I definitely didn't. I know, that's just thing. Right. Thanks for the help, though, regardless. Yeah, no problem, man. It just dispels the thing, like... Dispels that there's something there, like... You know, really sorry, I will go now. For today, I have work tomorrow. But... Depending on how tomorrow goes, I'll probably have another stream, so... Yeah. Other locations don't have anything to do with Archon Quest, don't worry, though. Ah, yeah. Right, thank you guys so much for watching the stream, both on the YouTube and the Twitch side. Should be streaming again maybe Friday or something like that, I'd assume. Thanks, man. So yeah, that's it really. More than likely we're going to just continue Fontaine's story, to be honest, like. Because we're finally, like, getting through the Archon Quest. Until we're done it eventually, maybe in some time in the future. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching.